This time I'll hit the damn button. All right, here is our Hot and Hill app. We're demonstrating it on both an Android device and a iPhone. And when users open this app up and download it and open it for the first time, they're going to come to our landing screen where they'll enter their names and email address to enter the app. This is validated form, so if you don't, you try to submit without doing that or enter without doing that, it's going to say, nope, you have to enter information. So I'm going to go ahead and enter some information here. And we'll register. And now, once you are validated, you're in the app and you're a registered user, which will show up on our users list in our database. And then once you're in and registered as a user, you'll come to a home screen and you have the option of looking at various events or actually registering for a ride. Registration is one of the main objectives of our app. So we'll go ahead and register for a ride. So let's say I'll register for a gravel ride. So you come up and you register for that. And on our iPhone, we're going to register for an endurance ride. So you choose a route. Again, these items are validated. So if you don't fill them out, they're not going to let you submit your uh, form. Oh, it's pretty old. So once you've registered, you'll come to a waiver page. Obviously, we have legal waivers to be signed for athletic events like this. Once you read your waiver, you can agree to it. And now you'll be able to actually submit your registration. And it brings you up to a page that shows how much you paid and where to go to make your payment and pick up your ride numbers. And that's going to add you to our list of riders, which is right here. So if we scroll down to our list, you can see here we are down here at the bottom. But for our volunteers, we're not going to want to be scrolling that all day. So we can simply just type in, and okay, we've got a few Gandalfs here in the ride. So we can search for riders in our database pretty easily. And once you have a rider search for, you'll go in and actually enter a bib number and go ahead and update that rider that is paid. And now that rider's bib number and everything is added into our database. I don't think I actually changed screens, so I'm going to do that all over again. So we can go into our database here and see our riders and do a search for them. So we can search for the Hulk. Let's search for Gandalf here. We've got a few Gandalfs. We can assign a bib number to them and mark off that he paid and update him into our database. So once the payment's been made and we want to actually be able to see that information, um, our volunteer login, um, our volunteers have a login where they can go in and actually access that information on their device. So if you go in as a volunteer and you're on a device, Android or an iPad, you can see here, even on iPhone, it's pulling it up, and there's our database. shown right there. And if a rider is registered, they're able to.
Wait, is this the real list?
I think so.
Oh, I don't want to show that.
And it's just our fake list.
Oh, okay, good.
And if the rider has registered, you'll note that we have a call SAG button that has activated now on their main page. And if they are to place a SAG call, do the SAG call, you'll see it pops up down here. It'll also ask for your device location permission if it hasn't been given already. So when they make that call, it's going to put in a SAG request, and the SAG requests go again into our back end. So let's take a look at our back end databases again. And we have our SAG request table. And if we refresh that, we should have, a new SAG request here for Gandalf. And if you look at their rider location, so you have to log in every time. If we look at one of the SAG requests here, so if we go back into our phone and look at one of the SAG requests, we'll see here if we punch in the rider location, it's lagging a little bit. It brings up a map, a Google map, showing where the rider is located that's in need of a SAG, and it allows the responder to just, start get directions and start a route to the rider. So, okay, I got 3 more minutes. Or
You're
yeah,
over 2.
I'm over.
Oh, wait, are you going?
3 away.
You're covering for 2. Okay.
Okay. So the other types of information we have on here are to view the events. We have for the schedule of events, we've got a listing here. You can go in and actually hit a calendar and go into your calendar and create a reminder if you have that set up. If you want to look at different things happening at the venue, you've got the times for the spaghetti dinner, for example, the breakfast, packet pickups, etc. And we've got the times for our trade show hours if you want to go to the consumer show. Also, if you want to go to the consumer show, we've got a list of all the vendors, which takes you to their booth, tells you what booth they're at, and you can actually go to their website and view that. Local information, we've got local information for dining, where we just draw from the webpage from the city's tourist bureau with information about dining. We've got information about local lodging. With a list of various hotels in town. We've got maps for parking around the MPEC. We've got maps for where to put your mobile home. And we, of course, have our route maps. And if you tap one of the route maps, it's going to bring up where you are on that route. And of course, right now we're recording this video, we're not out riding our bikes. But if you scroll the map around, it'll recenter for you to your location, it'll allow you to look around and see where you are. So hopefully we think our app will be a benefit to folks that come to the Hot and Hill. It'll help both the riders, the tourists, and other people who are just here for the visit, as well as the local volunteers that help with the ride. Thanks.